Hi everyone, this is Richard. In this video, let's talk about switch case. Switch case is one of these tools that's kind of a specialized tool that helps us decide. What it does is that you have a particular value and there are some options for that value, and depending upon what option there is, you can do something different every single time. Okay, so let's go an example maybe that'll make a little bit more sense. So right here, we're using it in enum right here. So moods, happy, sad, tired, angry. Okay, we have that. And then when you think about it, if somebody's in a certain mood, you would tell them something different. So if they're in a happy mood, you'll say, I'm glad things are so great. When they're sad, you'll say, I hope you'll feel better soon. When you're tired, go get some rest. And when they're angry, don't be upset. Okay, you probably don't want to say that to somebody who's angry, but I think you get the point. So what I'm going to say is that var my mood equals moods.happy, right? We could have put moods, my mood. We could have done that as well because that's the type. And so switch my mood. This has the value of this, but it could have been any of these values here also, right? So we're going to write case here, and these are the possible choices that you do have for the value of my mood, right? If this looks like an if-else statement, that's exactly what it is. It's just a little bit cleaner and a little bit more straightforward. If-else is one of those, it's sometimes you don't have, it could be some other value. When it's not a finite set, a particular set of values, then you want to use if-else. If it's one of those, like if you're dealing with numbers or something, if you're dealing with a set number, we only have 4 options here. A switch case can make a lot of sense. Not sure exactly why it's better. I think it has to do with memory. It takes up less memory and it works faster, but this is just one of the options that we have. And so look at the syntax. Case, there's nothing here, and the value right here, right below, right, moods.happy, then there's a colon, and then you got to do something right here. And after every single one, you have to put break. Every single one, that's just the way the syntax is. I would think they should have just made that understood, but that's the way it is, okay? So here it will say switch my mood, moods.happy. It will look case, moods.happy. It will activate this body right here, and then it will end it, okay? So if we run it, I already did run it right here. Okay, but what if we did something else, right? If we change this to moods.tired, right? Let's try that. So what happens, it's going to skip this because that's not moods.happy, not moods.sad. It matches with case moods.tired, and it should say go get some rest. Right, like that. Okay, so like I said, I could have done if else. If my mood equals moods.happy, else if my mood equals moods.sad. This is a little bit, I think, a little bit easier to write. Certainly a little bit easier to read. But that's what switch case actually is. Let me think here. By the way, you don't need to use enums. You could also use any other list of anything. You can use a list. If you, for example, used a list, like it would say list, let's just say int my okay, you could have done this, and it would be here, it would be my list, and then you would say my list. Let's just say you have a list of 10 things. You would say 3 or something like that. So the third value in my list, there is no such thing, right? Of course, because it's an empty list. And then I would have put all the options of the list inside of here. Okay, so that's another option which you can do instead of using enums. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this in the near future, but it was good to review, and thanks.